Nick, as an offensive guy, what stands out about Todd Bowles the most?
Yeah, just, he's been a good defensive coordinator in this league for a long time. You know, have a lot of games where we have some plays that were like, well, that was good, dating all the way back to as far as 2014. I'm thinking about the game there, 2019, before I was here. Just a really good coordinator. Makes things challenging, gets his players to play well. Obviously, a good head coach as well, but just talking about the defensive side of it as an offensive coach, you got a lot of respect for him and the job he does, the way he gets his players to play. He's doing a great job as a head coach, and obviously been a good defense coordinator in the league for a long time.
What kind of challenges do Chris Godwin and Mike Evans kind of present, especially for a young guy like Quinyon?
Yeah, well, I mean, both guys have been highly productive throughout their entire career. What Mike Evans has done is truly remarkable in my mind. What is he, 10 seasons in a row, or is it 10? With 1,000 yards, that's to me, that's kind of unheard of. Who else has done that? You guys know? I don't. I'm actually asking. Yeah, but truly remarkable the way he plays the game. I've always been a big fan of how he plays. Catches the ball extremely well, extremely physical. Extremely consistent, and then Godwin just being able to move. He moves around, being able to play in the slot, play wherever. He's just a versatile wide receiver that's had a lot of success in the slot. So they create challenges because they're big time players, and we'll have to be on it. Like I said, I know Q doesn't react. Like Q gets to go against AJ and Devontae every day. And Q is a guy that is not phased by the moment. So this is a big moment in his career, but I know he'll be ready to play and won't be phased. But I can't say enough good things about those two guys and their style of the Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and their style of play. And man, I got a lot of those two guys on teach tapes. I know that just with the way they go about their business and the way they've went about their business for years now.
What have you made of the week of preparation from the depth receivers in the absence of A.J. Brown and Devontae?
Obviously, still waiting to see where they are and what their status is going to be. But they've been a lot of guys have gotten some really good reps this week, and we've obviously needed that. And so excited if it does come down to those guys being out, then excited for these guys' opportunity. They've worked hard. And it's going to take everybody, right? It's like I said before, it's not, hey, here's how you replace Devontae's production. It's going to take the entire group to do that. And that's the entire group, wide receivers, tight ends and running backs, because, obviously he's a special player. And so just, again, excited, bummed if it does come to the case that, they're out, but excited for the guys' opportunity and because they've worked hard for this opportunity.
Is Lane going to travel?
Yeah, we're still waiting to see where he's going to be. I know it's a different way of asking me if he's going to play.
No, it's asked that way because if he can be cleared while he's down there.
Sure. We'll see. These guys are doing everything they can do to get back. Everything and their ability to get back. Obviously, different situation with guys in the protocol. Won't comment on that, but we'll see. Today will tell a lot.
Nick, I don't know if you saw the story about Dan Campbell having to move his house. How hard is it for your family for you to be somebody who everybody in the city sort of has an opinion about?
We're good. Like you just try to block out anything because there's no way that there's 0% chance that you can make everybody happy about. It's just the way it is. It's the way leadership roles are. Leadership roles are what they are, and you do your best to lead the men in the room and not concern yourself with anybody on the outside's opinion. You just put your head down, you work. You understand that there's not going to be instant gratification of anything. It's a long process, and you just continue to try to get better. That's been my approach. Thankfully, my wife doesn't pay much attention to the media, fans, anything like that. She just, I think one of my friends said this one. She's not as impressed with me as I'd like for her to be. But that's a good thing. Like she's working on raising 3 kids, and I'm not there a lot, and she does a hell of a job raising our 3 kids. And I got a great partner in this with her, who's always been supportive, but also not. And she doesn't ride waves. I know that she doesn't ride the waves of the season. She is steady, and I need that. I need that when I'm able to go home, and she is steady. Of, not too high after a win, not too low after a loss. Not going to be doesn't have time to be concerned about what anybody else is saying. She knows. I know what she feels about me. I know what I feel about her. And like I said, she's a star because she doesn't concern herself with that. All she concerns herself with is the things that she does on a daily basis, and the main thing she does on a daily basis is take care of our 3 awesome kids. And so I can't say enough about her, and I love her, and I love you, and she's awesome. And it's exactly, coaches a lot of the times talk about we can't do this job without the support of our loved ones, and that certainly is the case with me. And I love her approach. That it's just steady. It's exactly what we want these guys to be. It's just steady and not ride the waves of the season. But we know everyone will have an opinion, and my job is just to do the best job I can possibly do, work my butt off to do the best job I can possibly do, and let the chips fall as they lie. Is that the same? Not really.
Nick, you get to see a side of Jalen, obviously we don't get to see, but in times where he's being criticized, the team's being criticized, what do you see from him behind the scenes on how he leads the team and maybe helps others?
Yeah. Again, I just think that he just does an unbelievable job of putting his head down. It's the same deal. I think he just puts his head down and works every single day. But we understand that's this business. Like, the quarterback, the head coach, they're going to be criticized, right? And that's what we signed up for. But we do this for the people in the building, right? And we do this for the team that we are on. And I just see him just consistently come to work, be the same guy every single day. He works so hard to be better to continue to get better. Through everything that he does. I told you what I felt about. I mean, he's a winner. With the record that he has, I think I laugh a little bit at criticism. I mean, look at his record. Look what his record is in the past, since the beginning of 2022. Take 21 out of it. Look at the 3 times he's led his team to the playoffs. So I laugh a little bit at the criticism. But I also understand that there's criticism. It's not just Jalen getting criticized. Every quarterback with any mistake they make are going to get criticized, and criticism kind of appears more than the praise sometimes. And that's our job is to win football games and not concern ourselves with anything else. And I just think that he's just done such a good job of being able to block out anything, praise, criticism, to be able to not eat the poison of that and just continue to go about it. We're judged on, he's going to be judged on us winning and losing and playing good football. And I think he's played really good football. It's easy to point out some of the bad plays, but there's been so many good plays. And like I said, he just works his butt off to get better every day. And that when your leader of your football team is doing that, that's contagious, right? When your leader of your football team is just busting their butt to get better every day, that's super contagious. And the rest of the guys do it as well.
Saquon seems to be doing a better job of getting north to south to north than maybe previous seasons. Is that a byproduct of having a better offensive line, or is he consciously?
I know Saquon's consistently trying to get better. Saquon, like I said, I don't remember who I said this to the other day, but he's got this unbelievable ability. His shiftiness, his change of directions, his make you miss ability is unreal. And sometimes, that could appear, he makes a move and then he gets vertical, and that's how I've always seen him. And so, I just think he does a good job running behind his pads. I can't speak for, obviously we watch the tape and we always watched him. I just never thought of anything negative about him except being an unbelievable running back. And we're seeing that now. He can make you miss. He can accelerate and finish. And he can put his pads down, and finish the run like he did on the third down bubble against Atlanta.
Nick, this week Paris Campbell shared that he wasn't interested in being on the practice squad initially, and then you gave him a call. What compelled you to call him?
Yeah, I love Paris. I've known him for a long time. Obviously, had a relationship with him before the Philadelphia Eagles, and got close with him there. Again, everything we do is about relationships, right? And so, as his offensive coordinator and somebody that specializes in wide receivers, I got to be able to coach them and get to know them. And I knew, and one thing that I said, I won't obviously share conversations that I have with these guys, but one thing I will share that I said to him is, we're going to need you, man. We're going to need you. We're going to need you to make some plays. We're going to need you. I know this isn't how you wanted it to go, but we're going to need you for this journey that we're going on. And we got faith in you. And it's just the way the numbers kind of worked out. And I'm sure glad that he decided he changed his mind. But I think that shows the importance of relationships. A lot that we discuss probably is more about the X's and O's and not about the relationships, but I'm not so sure that the relationships aren't more important in a lot of the cases. And so, that's what you're trying to do. That's what, as a football team, that's what we're trying to do, is build those relationships, because when you have those relationships, that's going to help you push a little bit harder. That's going to help you ride through criticism. That's going to help you ride through praise. And there's nothing like being on a football team.
All right, thank you.